OK, so that was then. What about dating days? For anyone who's dating right now, you might have come across something called woke fishing. No.
What is that?
No, I don't know. I'm going to say it's when someone pretends to be quite progressive in their views about the world. You know, the young people say it's very woke. Pretend to care about everything.
About everything.
But it just got us thinking, you know, did you do anything to kind of lure your partner? Did you pretend to be something you weren't, or did you show your very best side?
Well, you always show your best side.
Well,
I mean,
I
if you want to rule someone in. But the thing is, it was difficult for me because everything was good anyway. I had, like, my best... What was I didn't have to put on any pretences. It was all fantastic.
It was, actually. It was pretty good.
I think it's natural to show your good side in the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you want to just make an extra effort. I think that's normal.
Well, yeah. But I don't know how true this is, but when I used to go through therapy, a therapist told me something very, very interesting. Now, I'm not sure if I've got facts here. This is just what I was told. That apparently, in the first approximately 7 months of a relationship, something happens to the man's hormones and the woman's hormones, and the man's testosterone level drops. Ooh. And he becomes more caring and nurturing, and apparently the woman's testosterone level rises. So the man
I don't know if this is true or not.
I don't know.
Oh, it is.
To a doctor
Ruth's
here.
never gone down. Hers has stayed right up there.
Some people stay with the testosterone. So apparently it's so that you can bond, and that's why it's called the honeymoon phase. Oh. And it's approximately 7 months on average. I don't know how true that is, but, you know, obviously... I'd still feel exactly the same today as I would have then.
So was there anything... Because I think you're right, Emily, I agree. I think we all probably show our best side, and you also make sure you look nice and you're nice and kind.
I had a ride with you very early on. Remember,
well, that's not unusual. Nothing's changed.
Do you remember... Yeah, you just knew everything. Remember we went to see Riverdance and you were more an expert on Irish dance and culture than me or anybody else.
Of course.
We had this bit of a fallout, whatever it is. But the thing is, I thought... That's a mistake. She couldn't really be that nasty and that pushy. So I sort of just wiped it away. You want to impose your views of how your ideal partner is on someone else. That's my mistake. I idealise women, I think, far too much. I thought I was getting Doris Day, and I got Cruella de Vil. Really, that was...
I was just opinionated. You weren't used to a very opinionated women.
I wasn't...
what about your first date, Emily? How did Peter woo you? Was he romantic?
We actually went to a Thai restaurant, I remember. But he did a few things to try and woo me as well. This funny story we were talking about this week where he turned up to my student flat in Bristol. It was snowing, really, really snowing, and he decided to drive a Lamborghini to come and visit me at university. And obviously,
how is a Lamborghini in the snow? Does it grip?
No, it's ridiculous.
So he actually really nearly had a serious accident, didn't you, on the way?
Do you know what?
That said Lamborghini.
Being that
nice.
stupid, I should have had an accident.
Were you embarrassed, though, when he turned up?
Really, that doesn't really float my boat. So I think he misjudged it slightly, because I couldn't care less about cars or anything, but he didn't do it again, that's for sure.
It's just foolish, and I think, I don't know, I think my 30s, I think I was having a midlife crisis. I really do. And I think my 40s, I just completely... I just wouldn't do that now.
But do you think, were you conscious of really trying hard to woo her?
Yeah, because I really liked her, and it took me so long to like her. So when I finally... Obviously, that
Maybe
doesn't
think
sound
about
right.
how you've phrased
that.
Yeah,
I need to rephrase that. It took me so long to realise what I was feeling. And once I then got approval, you know, I asked her dad, I had to, because he was my friend. And once I got his approval, I thought, well, I can't stuff this up, so I have to do what I can. And to be honest, it's... You know, you're here now. The Lambo's gone. That's way gone.
You should have done what I did. I turned up in a flash car as well. What did I turn up in, darling?
Renault Clio.
There you are.
Love that.
I'd have been very happy with that, to be honest.
I was happy with that. I thought it was charming, actually.
Well, if you were so happy with it, why do you keep bringing it up in conversation
Because I know you hate
to mock me?
Because actually, then I found out Eamon absolutely loves cars, and he only had the small car in London, you know, for a little runaround, and he was almost embarrassed that he was a little guy. He'd quite like to have pulled up in a Lamborghini.
No, it was... I felt like... I used to look at people driving around like that and say, what a... I'm not going to say a word. And I was that person that I used to call myself, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it when I looked on in hindsight.
You're not like it now, though.
No way.
Can I ask you, Peter, did Emily flirt with you? Because I'm reading this study. This is a study by Kansas University, saying that researchers think they found the look a woman gives Emily when she's interested. It's the perfect flirting face. And to achieve that, you need to turn your head to one side, tilt it down slightly, and smile with your eyes upturned. Are you a flirter?
It's just not you, is it?
Not you.
I get too embarrassed.
It's
Maybe
just not
that's the
you.
type of look you would do.
No, well,
Have you got
maybe.
a flirty face?
No, not at all. I've just
He
got that
does.
ridiculous feminine face I pull when I... it's not a good look
Amos, I
anyway.
think you've got... Because I don't think I'm flirty, really.
No, you're not
No.
flirty. You're quite cold,
I'm quite
actually.
cold.
No, I'm
You
the-
do. I think you
Love
do your...
it.
Eamon does a slight eyebrow up, a little
Do
bit
I?
of James Bond, like, hi. Yeah, hi. Go on, do it. You do. Look,
Come on,
do camera
come on.
two.
So do not.
You do. Well,
I
you
don't.
can't see it. I can always tell when you like somebody who goes, hi, Eamon Holmes. Yeah. It's like a bit Dr. Spocky.
He's not a Dr. Spock, he's a Mr. Spock. Dr. Spock was a medical man. Yes.
You know, our old tradition, right, parents-wise, I don't want to ramble on, but my parents, they had this thing where, you know, you're not allowed to live with each other, you've got to meet someone, get married, and that's it. But I think living with each other, you get to know each other first. So
But it's
I
a
just thought I'd
sin.
throw that in. It's a sin to
It's a sin.
some
That's
families.
the thing.
But I think it works.
But you see, maybe that's a mistake I've made in life before, and your parents may have made it. But you were all for. When I met Ruth, of course, she was just right. I'm moving in. Here we are. Here's my
Toothbrush, there you
toothbrush.
go.
I actually couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe
here.
she literally just encamped in like a squatter.
Well, I say when you know, don't you? When you know,
Absolutely.
you should be flattered.
I haven't been able to get rid of you since.
Right, stop talking now.